Hi. Welcome to the History House. I'm Ahmed Saeed and you are watching the History of October 28th on your favorite The History House YouTube channel. Please watch the video till the end so that you will know about the births and deaths on this day. Do not forget to subscribe the channel in order to get daily updates. October 29th is the 302nd day of the year, 303rd in leap years in the Gregorian calendar. 63 days remain until the end of the year. Cambodia has numerous public holidays, including memorial holidays and religious holidays of Buddhist origin. The Khmer traditional calendar, known as Chunkatek, is a lunisolar calendar, although the word Chunkatek itself means lunar calendar. While the calendar is based on the movement of the moon, calendar dates are also synchronized with the solar year to keep the seasons from drifting. Therefore, some public holidays are subject to change every year based on the lunar calendar. The government has announced plans to reduce public holidays by at least 7 days beginning in 2020. Republic Day, Turkish Cumhuriyet Bayramı, is a public holiday in Turkey commemorating the proclamation of the Republic of Turkey on the 29th of October 1923. It lasts 35 hours, starting each year at 1 p.m. on the 28th of October. The holiday commemorates the events of the 29th of October 1923, when Mustafa Kemal Ataturk declared that Turkey was henceforth a republic. Turkey had de facto been a republic since the 23rd of April 1920, the date of the establishment of the Grand National Assembly of Turkey, but the official confirmation of this fact came only 3.5 years later. On the 29th of October 1923, the status of the nation as a republic was declared and its official name was proclaimed to be Türkiye Cumhuriyeti, the Republic of Turkey. After that, a vote was held in the Grand National Assembly, and Ataturk was elected as the first president of the Republic of Turkey. 539 BC, Cyrus the Great, founder of Persian Empire, entered the capital of Babylon and allowed the Jews to return to their land. 312 Constantine the Great enters Rome after his victory at the Battle of the Milvian Bridge, stages a grand adventus in the city, and is met with popular jubilation. Maxentius' body is fished out of the Tiber and beheaded. 437 Valentinian III, Western Roman Emperor, marries Liciniia Eudoxia, daughter of his cousin Theodosius II, Eastern Roman Emperor in Constantinople, unifying the two branches of the House of Theodosius. 969 Byzantine troops occupy Antioch, Syria. The Byzantine Empire, also referred to as the Eastern Roman Empire, or Byzantium, was the continuation of the Roman Empire in its eastern provinces during late antiquity and the Middle Ages, when its capital city was Constantinople, modern Istanbul, formerly Byzantium. 1268 Conradin is executed along with his companion Frederick I, Margrave of Baden, by Charles I of Sicily. 1390 First trial for witchcraft in Paris, leading to the death of 3 people. Witchcraft, or witchery, is the practice of magical skills, spells, and abilities. Witchcraft is a broad term that varies culturally and societally, and thus can be difficult to define with precision. 1467 Battle of Brustum, Charles the Bold defeats Prince Bishopric of Liege. 1591 Pope Innocent IX is elected. Pope Innocent IX, Latin, Innocentius IX, the 20th of July 1519 to the 30th of December 1591, born Giovanni Antonio Facchinetti, was head of the Catholic Church and ruler of the Papal States from the 29th of October to the 30th of December 1591. 1611 Russian homage to the King of Poland, Sigismund III Vasa. 1618 English adventurer, writer, and courtier Sir Walter Raleigh is beheaded for allegedly conspiring against James I of England. 1658 Second Northern War, naval forces of the Dutch Republic defeat the Swedes in the Battle of the Sound. 1665 Portuguese forces defeat the Kingdom of Congo and decapitate King Antonio I of Congo, also known as Envita in Kanga. 1675 Leibniz makes the first use of the long s as a symbol of the integral in calculus. 1787 Mozart's opera Don Giovanni receives its first performance in Prague. 1792 Mount Hood, Oregon, is named after Samuel Hood, 1st Viscount Hood, by Lieutenant William E. Broughton, who sighted the mountain near the mouth of the Willamette River. 1831 riots in the city of Bristol as part of the 1831 Reform riots against the Second Reform Bill of the Reform Act 1832 begin. 1863 18 countries meet in Geneva and agree to form the International Red Cross. 1863 American Civil War, Battle of Wauhatchie, forces under Union General Ulysses S. Grant repel a Confederate attack led by General James Longstreet. Union forces thus open a supply line into Chattanooga, Tennessee. 1888 The Convention of Constantinople is signed, guaranteeing free maritime passage through the Suez Canal during war and peace. 1901 In Amherst, Massachusetts, nurse Jane Toppin is arrested for murdering the Davis family of Boston with an overdose of morphine. 1901 Leon Czolgosz, the assassin of U.S. President William McKinley, is executed by electrocution. 1914 Ottoman entry into World War I. The Ottoman Empire's entry into World War I began when two recently purchased ships of its navy, still manned by their German crews and commanded by their German admiral, carried out the Black Sea Raid, a surprise attack against Russian ports, on 29 October 1914. 1918 The German High Seas Fleet is incapacitated when sailors mutiny on the night of the 29th–30th, an action which would trigger the German Revolution of 1918–19. 1921 The Link River Dam, a part of the Klamath Reclamation Project, is completed. 1921 United States, second trial of Sacco and Vanzetti in Boston, Massachusetts. 1921 The Harvard University football team loses to Centre College, ending a 25-game winning streak. This is considered one of the biggest upsets in college football. 1922 King Victor Emmanuel III of Italy appoints Benito Mussolini as Prime Minister. 1923 Turkey becomes a republic following the dissolution of the Ottoman Empire. 1929 The New York Stock Exchange crashes in what will be called the Crash of '29 or Black Tuesday, ending the Great Bull Market of the 1920s and beginning the Great Depression. 1941 The Holocaust. In the Kaunas ghetto, over 10,000 Jews are shot by German occupiers at the Ninth Fort, a massacre known as the Great Action. 1942 The Holocaust. In the United Kingdom, leading clergymen and political figures hold a public meeting to register outrage over Nazi Germany's persecution of Jews. 1944 The Dutch city of Breda is liberated by 1st Polish Armoured Division. 1944 World War II, the Soviet Red Army enters Hungary. 1948 Israeli-Palestinian conflict, Safsaf massacre. Israeli soldiers capture the Palestinian village of Safsaf in the Galilee, after, between 52 and 64 villagers are massacred by the IDF. 1953 BCPA Flight 304 DC-6 crashes near San Francisco. 1955 The Soviet battleship Novorossiysk strikes a World War II mine in the harbor at Sevastopol. 1956 Suez Crisis begins. Israeli forces invade the Sinai Peninsula and push Egyptian forces back toward the Suez Canal. 1957 Israel's Prime Minister David Ben-Gurion and 5 of his ministers are injured when Moshe Dweck throws a grenade into Israel's Knesset. 1960 In Louisville, Kentucky, Cassius Clay, who later takes the name Muhammad Ali, wins his first professional fight. 1960 An airplane carrying the Cal Poly football team crashes on takeoff in Toledo, Ohio. 1961 Syria exits from the United Arab Republic. The United Arab Republic (UAR, Arabic, Al-Jumhuriyya al-Arabiyya al-Muttahida) was a sovereign state in the Middle East from 1958 to 1961. 1964 The United Republic of Tanganyika and Zanzibar is renamed the United Republic of Tanzania. 1964 A collection of irreplaceable gems, including the 565-carat (113 grams) Star of India, is stolen by a group of thieves. Among them is Mirth the Surf from the American Museum of Natural History in New York City. 1967 Montreal's World Fair, Expo 67, closes with over 50 million visitors. 1969 The first ever computer-to-computer link is established on ARPANET, the precursor to the Internet. 1971 In Macon, Georgia, guitarist Duane Allman is killed in a motorcycle accident. 1972 The 3 surviving perpetrators of the Munich massacre are released from prison in exchange for the hostages of hijacked Lufthansa Flight 615. 1980 demonstration flight of a secretly modified C-130 for an Iran hostage crisis rescue attempt ends in crash landing at Eglin Air Force Base's Duke Field, Florida, leading to cancellation of Operation Credible Sport. 1985 Major General Samuel K. Doe is announced the winner of the first multi-party election in Liberia. 1986 British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher opens the last stretch of the M25 motorway. 1991 The American Galileo spacecraft makes its closest approach to 951 Gaspra, becoming the first probe to visit an asteroid. 1994 Francisco Martin Duran fires over 24 shots at the White House. He is later convicted of trying to kill U.S. President Bill Clinton. 1998 In South Africa, the Truth and Reconciliation Commission presents its report, which condemns both sides for committing atrocities. 1998 Space Shuttle Discovery blasts off on STS-95 with 77-year-old John Glenn on board, making him the oldest person to go into space. 1998 ATSC HD-TV broadcasting in the United States is inaugurated with the launch of the STS-95 Space Shuttle mission. 1998 While en route from Adana to Ankara, a Turkish Airlines flight with a crew of 6 and 33 passengers is hijacked by a Kurdish militant who orders the pilot to fly to Switzerland. The plane instead lands in Ankara after the pilot tricked the hijacker into thinking that he is landing in the Bulgarian capital of Sofia to refuel. 1998 Hurricane Mitch, the second deadliest Atlantic hurricane in history, makes landfall in Honduras. 1998 The Gothenburg discotheque fire in Sweden kills 63 and injures 200. 1999 A large cyclone devastates Odisha, India. 2002 Ho Chi Minh City ITC fire. A fire destroys a luxurious department store where 1,500 people are shopping. Over 60 people die and over 100 are unaccounted for. It is the deadliest disaster in Vietnam during peacetime. 2004 The Arabic-language news network Al Jazeera broadcasts an excerpt from a 2004 Osama bin Laden video in which the terrorist leader first admits direct responsibility for the September 11, 2001 attacks and references the 2004 U.S. presidential election. 2005 Bombings in Delhi, India kill more than 60. 2008 Delta Air Lines merges with Northwest Airlines, creating the world's largest airline and reducing the number of U.S. legacy carriers to 5. 2012 Hurricane Sandy hits the east coast of the United States, killing 148 directly and 138 indirectly, while leaving nearly $70 billion in damages and causing major power outages. 2015 China announces the end of one-child policy after 35 years. 2018 Lion Air Flight 610 of a Boeing 737 MAX crashes after taking off from Jakarta, Indonesia, killing 189 people on board. Births on this day, the 29th of October. 1974 Michael Vaughan, English cricketer. 1971 Winona Ryder, American actress. 1938 Ralph Bakshi, American director, screenwriter, producer. 1938 Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, Liberian politician, 24th President of Liberia. 1877 Wilfred Rhodes, English cricketer. Deaths on this day, the 29th of October. 2011 Jimmy Savile, English radio, television host. 1995 Terry Southern, American author, screenwriter. 1949 George Gurdjieff, Armenian mystic. 1911 Joseph Pulitzer, Hungarian, American politician, journalist, publisher, founded Pulitzer, Inc. 1877 Nathan Bedford Forrest, American Army officer. Thanks a lot for watching the History House YouTube channel. Please like this video. And subscribe the channel for latest stories on daily basis.